Today is February 1st, 2021. My name is Charles Suter. Today I'm presenting part 3 of my series, which I've titled Instant Wisdom. My main message is that wisdom is expressed with idiomatic phrases. When you can succinctly state the right words at the right time, people will think you wise. So learn, memorize a few polysemy idiomatic phrases, and you can bring instant clarity to ambiguous situations and resolve indecision regarding appropriate action. This presentation will present 3 more common polysemy idiomatic phrases that you can begin using immediately for the benefit of yourself and others. My first idiomatic phrase is hurt people. When people are hurting emotionally, they tend to lash out against others. People who have been hurt by others tend to take it out on others, but if you were to respond with sympathy and understanding towards others who strive to hurt you, then you are less likely to be hurt by them. When others attack you with unjustified words and deeds, forgive them, for they're just acting out the hurts that they have received from others. This is how they have been conditioned to cope with emotional distress. The more you understand the hurts of others, the more you can cast aside their transgressions towards you, offer understanding for their hurts, and help them deal with their own emotions in more constructive ways. Understanding and sympathy are the best way to respond to people who are under emotional distress. Even if they mistakenly direct some hostility your way, just shrug it off. Shrug it off their verbal abuse and consider them a hurt person just bellowing out their frustrations. Now, I'm not suggesting that it's right for hurt people to hurt people, but knowing what might be causing them to be nasty will help you to avoid getting your own emotional buttons triggered, swept up in their drama, and respond hurtfully in kind. My second idiomatic phrase, it's not over until it's over. This phrase is often spoken by people who are resolved not to quit or give up too soon. They tend to want to keeping on until they get to where they're going. So never give up until you reach your goal. In the face of adversity and resistance, people tend to quit working on their aspirations too early, even before they've done all they can to affect the final outcome. The lack of forward progress and shut doors tend to discourage people. So rather than invest more time and energy in a lost cause, they quit. They believe they're fighting a lost cause if there are too many rejections and roadblocks stopping them. But often, it is sheer persistence that impresses others and carries the day. So it is always worthwhile to keep at something, making small progress on a continual basis, rather than giving up on a quest towards your potential destiny. During the darkest days of World War II, Winston Churchill, in rallying the morale of the British people, said it best: never give up. My third idiomatic phrase, perfect practice makes perfect. Now, everyone knows that practice makes perfect, or we should say practice improves performance, but it's only the best practices that improves performance. So, not only do you have to practice, but you have to practice the best practices, and together they will allow you to perfect your performance. It is certainly true that practice will prove in poor performance, and so will learning the best practices and techniques. But ultimately, performance will plateau and level off unless you do both consistently. Only practice that extends beyond the normal and good to the perfect will performance rise to the point of consistent perfection. So make sure that when you practice, you use the best practices and techniques so that you don't learn bad habits. Do not allow less than perfect techniques to become your norm, lest they become ingrained, crowding out right, proper, and best techniques that would have offered the highest performance. My final message: wisdom is knowing what to do with what you know. Wisdom is more than just knowing wise idiomatic phrases. You must know what to do with what you know and then actually apply it. You will be considered wise if you remember and apply encapsulated wisdom developed by wise people from the past. The more these polysemic idiomatic phrases you master and make a part of your daily life, the more readily this wisdom can guide you to taking or advising wise action to yourself and others. That's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll be happier, healthier, and live longer.